Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I hope today has been treating you well. In today's video I am giving you a massive project pan update. I'm also completely changing up the way that I am going to be doing my project pan project going forward. I've been feeling quite unmotivated with my project pan recently, and like I'm just sort of drudging through and not really enjoying it, just using products because they're in my project pan. So I wanted to change it up, and I will get into that at the end of the video. I will actually put a timestamp here if you are only interested in the updated way that I'm going to be doing my project pan and the products that I'm putting in. You can go to this time here and it will, skip to that part, because I'm going to go over all of the products that I have already had in my project pan and empty products that I am putting back into my collection, and how I feel about all of them now that I have finished a few of them and had a lot of time to play with others. So this is my project pan roundup, but also I'm starting a new one and it's all in one. So if you like this video, if you like project pans, please give this one a big thumbs up so that I know to make more of them. But let's just dive straight on in with the primer that I had in my project pan. Now I really like this primer, but I don't necessarily feel like I have used it quite as much as I maybe thought that I would. So this is the Essence Hello Good Stuff Primer Serum. That's what the packaging looks like on. I just shook it up, but I am around about here, so just above halfway. When I put this product in, it was up to the top of the label, so I do feel like I have made very good progress on this. The way that I like to use this is to mix it in with a bronzing drop, and I don't feel like I have been using a bronzing drop like the e.l.f., the Revolution and the W7. They're the three that I have. I don't feel like I have been using those as much on my face. I've been using them a lot on my body, like on my legs, but I haven't really been using them a ton on my face, and that's why I put this in, because I can mix the bronzing drop in with this primer serum-y liquid and it mixes in beautifully, and it also adds that really nice hydration to the skin. But because I haven't been using the bronzing drops as much on my face, I haven't been using this primer as much. I really like it. I am going to keep it. I'm not decluttering it, but it just hasn't got as much use as I necessarily thought it would have, given how much I love it. So this one is being put back into my makeup collection. I'm not getting rid of it, but I am not putting it in my project pan going forward. Then I had two foundations. I had the W7 Snow Flawless Miracle Moisture Foundation. I have not used this, or maybe I've used it once, I can't remember. It's been 3 months since my last update. I don't think I have used this since I put it in my project pan. So for that reason, I am decluttering. If you don't know, I did a whole declutter series. I've only been in this makeup space for about 3 weeks at this point, so I decluttered so many of my foundations when I moved into this space, and I don't think that this really performs as well as the ones that I kept. Basically, I don't think that it is worthy of a space in my makeup collection anymore, so I'm going to declutter that one. Then I am going to keep this one because I feel sentimental about it, and I know I shouldn't, but I do. This is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and I wear this in the shade Gobi. You can see how little, you can if I don't hold on to the bottom, you can see how little product I've got there. This is the foundation that I wore on my wedding day. I am not sure that I would repurchase this now that I have tried some others that I think are just as good and like a quarter of the price of this one. I don't know if I would necessarily go out and repurchase this one. I don't know off the top of my head if NARS is cruelty free or not. That really doesn't even come into my conscious thinking about this product, because it's so expensive. I would not repurchase it. However, I am going to keep it because, like I say, I feel sentimental about it, but it's not staying in the project pan. It is being put back into my makeup collection. So let's do setting spray because I'm quite proud of this one. This is the Collection Primed and Ready All Night Long setting spray, and you can't see because of the like colour of the bottle, but I can see with like the lights in front of me, I can see that I have this much product in the tube there. So I have made really good progress on that. I think it was up to around about the middle of the writing. So I've gone from this much product to this much product in 3 months. So I really am thrilled with that. I hate this. Like, I hate it. Honestly, it's like you're being waterboarded. The spray is so aggressive, and I actually read this not that long ago. It says, shake well, hold bottle 10 centimeters away. Close your eyes and mouth and mist over the face 2 to 3 times, right? 10 centimeters. That-ish. Hold it that far away from your face. It would actually make everything run off your face. Like, if I, let me move everything out of my table, but if I do this like that, can you see that? That's dripping down my hand, dripping down my arm. Like, you absolutely cannot hold that 10 centimeters from your face. Like, when I tell you, I use this, if I use this on my face, which I don't a lot because the spray is so aggressive, if I hold this as far away from my body as I possibly can, and yeah, I'm not an incredibly tall gal, but I'm tall enough that, you know, my arms are long enough that I can get this a decent way away from my face, it still drips because the spray is that aggressive. I mostly use this to dampen a makeup sponge. However, now that I am in my new room here, I do actually have a bathroom just outside of my door, so it's not as much of a trek to go and like dampen a makeup sponge. So I will still use this. I'm gonna use it up, but just be warned, it's the most aggressive spray that you will ever experience. I will quickly just move on to the brow products because again, I'm proud of my progress on this one. The Collection Incredibrow Brow Definer in Brunette. I don't love this colour, it is quite cool toned. I absolutely managed to make it work, but that is how much product I have left on that pencil. And just for reference, I think it was, well, it was about double that 3 months ago. So I'm really happy with the progress on this one. I would not repurchase this product. It is not the best brow pencil by any stretch of the imagination. It's not the most affordable brow pencil by any stretch of the imagination. It's fine. Like, it's not very precise. It's good for like squiggling in your brows quickly. And that's basically where I draw the line. And then the Sleek Brow Getter Fibre Brow Gel. This one accidentally, when I was moving, accidentally got put in my drawers. So I haven't made a ton of progress on this. Obviously you can't see a lot of progress on it because it's a black tube and it's just a brow gel in a wand. But before I moved, I did use this a few times. I'm definitely, like both of these products, I am putting into my new project pan. So I'm gonna hopefully try and finish this pencil and just get some more use out of the brow gel. It's not my favourite brow gel. It's not the e.l.f. Wow Brow, but it's fine. It's fine. Then on to concealers. Again, I've made real good progress here. I put the PS My Perfect Colour concealer in my project pan. This was a new concealer to me, but because it's a sponge tip, I wanted to like use it and get it out of my collection before anything funky started growing on the sponge. So that's what the packaging looks like. It's incredibly messy. I wouldn't recommend this. I wouldn't go out and purchase another one. The coverage is decent, the finish of it is really nice and glowy. However, the way that you like twist this up and it won't twist up anymore, even though it looks like there's a little bit of product left in the bottom here, can you see it's like that far up? The top doesn't twist anymore. So no more product is going to come out of this. So I'm classing this as an empty. I'm classing this as I have finished this product and just allow me that. Yes, I could, you know, rip open the packaging and get that last little bit of product out, but I'm not going to do that because I will end up losing a finger, okay? I am too clumsy for that. So I am classing this as an empty. It is my most recent concealer, or when I put this into my project pan, it was my most recent concealer purchase, and it's already done. I mean, for £3.50, I feel like I got 3 months of use out of it, not using it every day, but about 3 months of use out of it. It's fine. I wouldn't recommend it. The packaging is very inconvenient. I wouldn't buy it again. It's not the best. Then I also put in the Studio London Flaunt Flawless Cream Concealer. You can't see any progress on this one. I've used it a couple of times. I do like it. It is more of a matte finish. It is quite heavy looking on the eyes. I don't love it, but it's absolutely fine. I have this in the shade number 11. It's quite light for my skin tone as well, especially in summer. It is a light colour for me. If you're wanting a very cheap, affordable concealer option that is more on the matte side, this one is fine. I have others that I would probably recommend over this one, but it will absolutely do. I am putting it back into my collection. Then bronzers, again, I've made really great progress on my products. That's the day that I'm having. I have finished up the Profusion West Coast Glow liquid bronzer. Like, it's clicking, but there's no more product coming out the top there. I really, really like this. I wish that they would bring this liquid out in a different packaging, in better packaging. Basically just in like a concealer packaging would be lovely. Like really, really nice product, but the packaging just made it really inconvenient to use. That actually lasted me a lot longer than I thought it would. This one I only finished, as I'm filming this, I only finished it last week. So I got a lot of product in it and I got a lot of uses out of it. I didn't count how many uses, but keep watching. I love the colour of it and I love the actual liquid, but the packaging was so inconvenient that I wouldn't repurchase it and I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. If they changed the packaging 100%, I would repurchase that one. So that's an empty. I will put my empties there so that I remember to put them in my little empties tub, which I do 12 months of empties. So if you want to see all of the makeup products that I've used up in a year, that will be coming probably sometime between Christmas and New Year. You know, that twilight zone where nobody knows what day it is and we're all living off mashed potatoes. The empties will be coming then. So then I also put in the Barry M Chisel Cheeks Cream and Powder Contour Duo. I had already hit pan on the cream. I hate this cream. It's awful. The powder was fine. It was a little bit of a strange colour on me. Didn't really show up all that well. I did have to do quite a few layers of it, and even then, like, because it was a strange colour, I didn't really like the finish of it on me. It worked quite nicely over the top of the Profusion liquid one, however, which worked out quite well. But I did hit pan in this. I have hit the tiniest little pan in the centre of the powder, which was my goal. So I'm classing this as an empty. I'm classing this as I can get rid of it now because I really, really disliked this product, especially when you think like, and I've spoken about this in all of the Project Pan updates where I have included this product, I hit pan within 2 weeks. Like this was 2 weeks worth of use in the cream. Yes, I did manage to get, you know, a year out of, obviously not everyday use, maybe like a couple of times a month use out of the powder. I wouldn't recommend. Really, really not a good product, but I'm counting that as an empty because it was just such hard work. Then for blush, I put in the Glow Hub Buff Blush in Pinched. I really, really have been enjoying using this. I don't know if I did a close-up of how much product I had in this before I put it in, but that's how much I have left now. I have been using this quite a bit. I actually find that when I use this, I would have to like squiggle this onto my face quite a bit because as you blend it out, it does sheer out quite a bit. So you do have to use quite a lot of it to get the amount of blush that I like. I like quite a lot of blush, so I do really, really love this product, but I'm taking it out of my Project Pan going forwards. Then another blush, which is a powder version. This is the e.l.f. Powder Blush Palette. This is the lightest one. You can't see any difference because I don't know how deep, like, can you see how deep the packaging is? These pans, I swear, go to Narnia and back. I have used this, or rather this has been in my Project Pan for 6 months at this point, and these look exactly the same. And I've really enjoyed using these. I have been using these a lot. I don't know what to tell you. It looks like there's absolutely no progress on them at all, but I've really, really been enjoying these. I do like having blush options because I do like to change up my blush quite a bit, and I like that this has got like more of the peachy tones and the cooler tones. You've got options depending on the rest of your face, so I do like having this in my Project Pan. However, I'm changing things up a bit, so this is staying in my collection but being taken out of my Project Pan. Then another product that just keeps on going and going and going and going. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Blush in Natural Glow. This is not a blush for me. It is very much a natural sort of satiny looking highlight. I have to keep this out on my table or I don't use it. However, I am putting it back into my drawers. I'm going to put it in my highlight collection because, like I say, it says that it's a blush, but it's not. It is a highlight for me. So that one is going back into my collection. Honestly, until the end of time. Like, I will always have this product. It just keeps on going and going and going. And obviously a highlight product you only use in like such a small area, so I feel like any highlight is just gonna live in a Project Pan for absolutely forever. So then on to the eyeliner. Let's talk about the eyeliner. This is the Studio London Define the Lines double-ended eyeliner. When I put this into my Project Pan, or rather in the last update, I've just watched it so that I knew like what products were in there, because I knew that when I moved some of them got put back into my drawers and stuff, but this one was still in the box and the lids just don't fit properly on. Like, they just don't fit properly on the actual things. Oh, this is all falling apart. Great. So I am getting rid of this one, not because there's no product left in it, like I can hear that there's product left in it, but because the ends have all dried out, nothing comes out anymore because the lids don't fit on the packaging properly, and then the nibs all dry out, so there's more product in there but it won't come out because the nib is completely solid and dry. So I liked this product. I managed to use it a few times before the lid fell off again and just completely ruined the whole product. It draws on very, very nicely. It stays very, very well. The packaging is just incredibly inconvenient. So again, another one that I'm counting as an empty, but it's still definitely got products in there. I just can't get to it. The Essence Blend and Line eyeshadow stick. This, I feel like I have made really good progress on it. I've had to sharpen it a few times. I like this most on like a very natural makeup day, like squiggled along the lash line and then basically just blend it out with my finger. It blends really, really nicely, but it also like smudges in and then stays very, very well. And because it's like a warmer sort of chocolatey rich brown, I find it really, really flattering on my eye colour, on my skin tone. I feel like it goes with my hair really nicely. I really, really have been enjoying this one, and I'm glad that I put it in my project pan so that I would use it more, because otherwise it's just another one of those products that's just going to end up rotting in my drawer. But if you're wanting like a creamy all over the lid sort of eyeshadow stick that is in that sort of very warm browny cocoa sort of colour, 04 Full of Beans, I've really, really been enjoying that, but again, going out of my project pan. Then for the mascaras, I have got 3 that I'm getting rid of. These are the Collection Lash Surge False Lash Effect, the Collection Mile High Soaring Length Uplifting Volume, and the Wet n Wild Big Popper. I mean, look at this one. This is by far my favourite out of the project pan mascaras that I had in this time. I would consider repurchasing this one. It did just dry up and it was starting to go quite thick as I was applying it. It wasn't the easiest to use anymore, so I'm classing this one. Again, there's a little bit of product left in there. If I wanted to give myself an eye infection, I could absolutely keep on using it, but I'm getting rid of this one, counting that as an empty. I really, really liked that one. And then the 2 collection ones, honestly, they smudge like absolute crazy on me. Both of them. The Lash Surge, I like the way that it looks. It is sort of thickening and volumizing and dramatic, but honestly, like in the winter when it was cold and I wasn't a sweaty hot mess, I would get like 15 minutes of wear out of this one before it started like smudging under my eyes, smudging like up above my eyes, and I just cannot get on board with that. And the Mile High, I don't even really like the way that that looks, but it also smudges, and like honestly at the minute, the heat in the UK at the minute, it would smudge like whilst I was applying it. Like I just simply cannot get on board with that. However, the PS Double Act Volumizing Mascara, I haven't used this too much because I actually only finished the Wet n Wild one in the last like week or 2, so I'm like moving on to this one now. I don't love the brush. It is a very spiky, I suppose more of like a lengthening brush, which isn't my main goal with a mascara, but I feel like if I keep on using this and it sort of dries up a little bit more, I will probably start to like it a little bit more. It lasts fairly well on me. It's not like incredibly long lasting. Like if I was to wear this for work, I would have to like keep on going into the bathroom or whatever and like checking that it hadn't smudged under my eyes, but it's definitely a lot more long lasting than those collection ones. So I'm going to be putting this one into my project pan. And then lastly is the Dr. Pawpaw Tinted Peach Pink Balm. So this you can use on your lips and your cheeks. I don't necessarily love it on my cheeks because I don't feel like it completely sets down. If I've got my hair up, like for a very specific moment in time, if I've got my hair up and I sort of don't really have anything else on, I just want a little bit more colour on the cheeks and also the same colour on my lips, then yeah, I would maybe reach for this one. Honestly, I think I'm going to declutter it. Like I just don't reach for it all that much. If I want a lip balm, I'm just reaching for one of the P. Louise ones because they're my favourite. I don't love this, so I'm going to declutter this one. I did have a pink, like a hot pink one as well that I have already decluttered when I moved into this space. So moving forwards, my project pan moving forwards. So I have always just had like basically a random concoction of products and I just keep them in until they're done. I don't feel like that is working incredibly well for me, and I actually recently followed a girl called Caitlin, and she introduced me and all of her followers to Project 10 uses. And that just sparked something in me. I was like, absolutely, I can do that. I can use a product 10 times. Yeah, that sounds a lot more inspiring to me because I can use these products I'm going to talk about, I can use 10 times in 1 month because that's only one use out of every 3 days-ish, approximately. But all of the products that I've chosen are products that I love. And also, a load of these products are ones that I actually don't have a ton of product left. So this is like me using up products. However, a lot of these products I already have backups for because I love them so much. But this is like me trying to get over that feeling of I've nearly finished that product so I can't use it anymore. When realistically, of course I can use it because I already have a backup of it that actually has quite a lot of product in it and I can use probably a lot more successfully. So the products that I am putting into my Project 10 uses, I'm very excited to be starting doing it this way. So the Beauty Crop Glow Milk Primed Luminizing Gel Primer, and this is in the shade Honey. I basically completely forgot that this existed until I did that big declutter series and I moved into this space, and then I did a look last week, I think, as you're seeing this. I did a look where I was doing like a very bronzy, summery, glowy skin sort of a look, and I got this out and I mixed it in with a foundation, and I love using this product in that way. So I definitely think that I can get 10 uses out of this, and honestly 10 uses might even finish this product because it looks full, like it looks completely full. But I mean, I won't, in case some comes out and I'm not ready to use it just yet, but I do have to like pump quite a few times or just unscrew the top and like get the product out that way. It's not the easiest to use because the product is actually quite thick, so it doesn't always like go up the tube to come out of the pump, if that makes sense. But I love it, and it's definitely like the time of year for me to be using a product like this, and I can absolutely get 10 uses in 1 month out of this product. I mean, I've probably had 7 uses out of this in the last 7 days. I really, really love it. Then, if you saw the video where I was applying this makeup look, the 17-second Skin Enhancing Concealer, I rave about this to absolutely everybody that I know. If you know me in real life, I have probably told you about this concealer because it is just absolutely beautiful. It is my favourite concealer of all time. And again, another one that I've been feeling like, oh, I can't finish it up. I have a backup. I have one in my drawer. I ordered it when I ordered all of this new makeup, so I can absolutely finish this up. That's what it looks like. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to get 10 uses out of this because I don't think there is 10 uses left in it. There's maybe 5, but we will see how we go. I'm going to find a notebook somewhere and write down how many uses I get out of all of these products so that you know when your concealer gets to that stage where you can almost see through it, you may get 5 more uses out of it. I hope I get 10 uses out of it so that I can say that I have successfully got 10 uses out of it, but let's just wait and see. I really, really love that product. Then another one that I am very, very close to finishing, and again is an absolute favourite, is the Revolution IRL Powder Duo. So if I show you the top, I already have a pretty substantial pan in that. I don't even really use the one at the top all that much. I mean, it's in the bin, I'm not going to dig it out, but I did just take off the little sifter. So that is how much product I have left in there. I'm trying to like tilt it so that you can see. It is like around the edges, and I think I'm going to have to use a brush for this. I do generally prefer using a triangular puff to apply this product, but I think I'm going to have to use a brush like just to get it out. Because I mean, I've probably got 10 uses there. It's not a ton of product and I don't use a ton of this powder anyway, so I'm hoping I can get 10 uses out of that. And even if I can't get it out of the powder, out of the loose powder rather, I can absolutely get 10 uses out of the top and just make that pan a little bit bigger. I am going to completely finish this product because I think that it is beautiful, and again, already got a backup, so I don't need to worry about that one. Then another product that I feel like I will probably finish in 10 uses, the Collection Primed and Ready All Night Long Setting Spray Ultra Strong Makeup Hold. I have this much. I do appreciate that you can't see that because there isn't a light like behind me, but I can see because the lights are in front of me. I have that much product left in there. I mainly use this, I mean, if you did just watch the whole thing, if you didn't just skip to the end, I'm saying it again, I do mainly just use this as a setting spray to dampen a sponge. It is like being waterboarded if you spray it on your face. I don't love it. I actually actively dislike it, but I can use it up. So I'm happy that that will be 10 uses out of that spray. Then I'm definitely going to get more than 10 uses out of this, but again, it's another one that I found when I was moving into this makeup room, and I can absolutely get 10 uses out of this in a month because it's an orange blush. Who saw that coming? This is the Revolution Super Dewy Liquid Blush, and this is in Fake the Flush. So that's what the colour looks like this is see-through down here. So this is what the actual colour looks like, and look how little product I have left in that. I didn't realise how much I had used this, like, previously, but I guess I've always loved an orange blush. Like, if I really squeeze this down, it's like halfway. More than halfway, actually. I would say that that's like 2/3 empty, which I'm very, very happy with. I can absolutely get 10 uses out of this. It won't be empty after 10 uses because you need the tiniest amount. It is incredibly pigmented. I previously used this mixed in with a lighter pink, but I actually decluttered the lighter pink shade, I think, and I'm definitely more in my bright blush era, so I can absolutely get 10 uses out of this one. No problems at all. Then, let's stick with the like cheek products. I dug this one out because it's a fairly small pan, and I'm wondering if I could probably hit pan in this in 10 uses because I have used it quite a bit. This is the Catrice Holiday Skin Bronze and Glow palette. I don't love the highlight, I don't think. I really can't remember. It's been a while since I used the highlight, but I really, really like the colour of this bronzer. It really works well in summer. It is more of a matte bronzer. I do like quite a luminous bronzer, so I will probably use this with just on an everyday basis with another bronzer over the top, but this is like a base colour. I really, really like it, and I think maybe in I don't think actually, looking at that, I don't think I will hit pan in 10 uses. We can see. I might do. So if I do end up using both of these, I will just count that as one use. If I use the bronzer and the highlight like on the same day, I will just count that as one use, not two. So that's where I stand on that one. Then I will quickly just mention this one because I'm putting this in for quite a specific reason. So this is the Juvia's Place Allure 1 palette. Firstly, I just love this palette, and it's one that has 100% been neglected in my makeup collection because I end up just always using like the new ones because I'm like testing them out, but I really need to be using the products that I love. And I love this. I love these like tealy colours, and I also love an orange. But I want to try, I'm putting this in because I want to try and use this shade specifically down in the bottom corner. I think that that will make a beautiful blush. So I'm going to try that. I will report back. And also just like the teal and orange colours on the eyes are absolutely where my heart is happiest. So happy to be putting an eyeshadow palette into a project pan. I feel like it's been forever since I put an eyeshadow palette, or have I ever put an eyeshadow palette in a project pan? I don't know, but I am now, and I'm very excited about it. Then, again, if you saw the first little half of this video, I'm repeating myself, but I am putting in 2 brow products, a pencil and a gel. This is the Collection Incredibrow Brow Definer in Brunette. So this is how much product I have left in the pencil. Honestly, the amount of help that I need with my brows, that's probably 10 uses, like that's probably a month's worth of product. So I will probably get more than 10 uses out of this because I have just been using it on an everyday basis because it's been out on my table. It's not what I'm wearing today. I should have thought that one through, shouldn't I? Got a head start on it, but it's not what I'm using today, but I can absolutely just use this on an everyday basis. I will probably get more than 10 uses out of this one. And then the brow gel is the Sleek Brow Getter Fibre Brow Gel. You're just gonna have to take my word for it that there's a lot of product left in here. I do like that it's got the little spoolie to apply it, however it is quite messy, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend this brow gel over the e.l.f. Wow Brow. Like, the e.l.f. Wow Brow has my whole heart. Like, I can't even pretend. I absolutely love the e.l.f. Wow Brow. So, oh, I've got it stuck in my hair. That would have been a good way to start, just rip out a chunk of scalp. And then the last product that I'm putting in is the PS Mascara Double Act Volumizing Mascara. I like this. I don't love it, it's not my favourite, but I can absolutely get 10 uses out of that. Even if I use it with another mascara, which is probably what I will do because this isn't the most long lasting, it's fine, it's nice and lengthening. I like more of a volumizing look for my lashes, so I will probably go in with something else over the top, but they are my 10 products. Was that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. They are my 10 products that I'm going to try and get 10 uses out of in the next month. That's another update. I am going to be doing these updates monthly going forwards in the hopes that for most of these products, I can get 10 uses out of most of them in 1 month. I'm confident that I can get 10, I mean, watch me eat my words in exactly 1 month from now, but I'm confident that I can use these products 10 times in 1 month. I would love to know, have you taken part in Project 10 uses? Because I feel like this is, for me, a much more easy way to do it. And I'm going to try and like put products in that firstly I know I like, and secondly I can probably either completely use up or hit pan on and like make a really big impact on, like a visual impact, because sometimes you see a pan and you're like, there's no pan in that, and then just after one more use you're like, that's got a huge pan in it, and then suddenly it like inspires you to keep going, or it does for me anyway. So that is the plan. Keep your fingers crossed for me. If you want to see more updates from this Project 10 uses series. I will be starting a new playlist and you can subscribe down below. I will be posting these updates monthly, so there'll be lots more updates to come, hopefully, because I was doing updates every like 3 to 4 months and that was just too much time in between for me, who needs like the instant gratification of finishing a product. I need that, so I will be doing monthly updates if I remember. But if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. That really does help out my channel ever so much. If you haven't completely fallen asleep with all of my rambling, I would love it if you would subscribe down below so that you see more updates from not just my project pans but all of my videos. I would really love to have you on this little corner of the internet. I post at least 3 times a week on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday, but it's always more often than that because I get overexcited about makeup. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.